Hey girlfriends, welcome back to the channel for another video this week. If you're new here to my channel, I'm GeranikaMycia, but all my friends call me G. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back this week and clicking on my face. And if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram for all of my fabulous updates, and come back each week for weekly uploads, girl. So I thought this video was very necessary because I get so many questions, comments, DMs, all that good stuff on my Hermès Clic Clac wides, the sizing, the wear and tear, all of that. So in this video and on my channel, I haven't did a review in a very long time. So this is going to be me showing you guys, giving you all the tea on my full Hermès Clic Clac collection. And I also have one Hermès bracelet that I'm going to just throw in this video in case anybody has questions on that. And yeah, I'm just going to give you the wear, the tear, what sizing, my experience, do I recommend, all of that good stuff. So if you think this video will be helpful to you, keep watching, y'all. And also I am freezing in here, so I have my blanket so I can be comfortable. But let's just start off with the sizing, because the sizing is kind of where I messed up. When I first started purchasing Hermès Clic Clacs, I started with the narrow. The narrow is the smallest size. They're literally very narrow, they're dainty, very, very cute. And when I first purchased it, I don't know, I did, for some reason I was just so excited to get one that I didn't check the sizing. I just purchased it. So when I first purchased these bracelets, I got it in a GM, not knowing that well, these bracelets do come in two sizes, GM and PM. I got the GM, and I wasn't in love with the sizing until I went to New York and I tried on the PM, and it fit perfect. Now the GM and PM, the sizing is not that different. The PM is 7 inches in circumference and the GM is 7.5 inches in circumference. But if you have a very small wrist, that 0.5 difference, it makes it like a big deal, because it kept moving and sliding, and I didn't like that. Of course I want to have a little room but not too much room, and my wrists are very, very, like, not very, very small, but they're small. So I just wasn't happy with them. I still love them. I wore the bracelets every day, but I just didn't like the fact that they were more of a bangle than a cuff. So last year I began to sell all of my narrows, because at that time I had 4 narrows and I had 2 wides. I sold everything. I just was like, okay, let me just start over, because I don't like it. And at that point I had different colors. I had a lot of different colors. I get all of my bracelets in the gold hardware, and these bracelets do come in gold hardware and silver hardware. And the color on the bracelet, like, you know how they have the color part, that is enamel. So one thing about the enamel, it doesn't scratch, however it does chip. So that's one thing I would definitely say, you know, just be aware of. The hardware with these bracelets, I wouldn't say they're delicate, but they do scratch. Like, if we're just being honest, they're scratch. One tip I can give you, if you're right-handed like I am, I don't wear my bracelets on this hand, because I find when I wear them on this hand, they scratch more. So I started wearing the bracelets on my left hand, because I don't really use this hand. I use it, but this is the hand I do everything with. So they don't scratch as much on this side. Now they have, let me just show you. Okay, so like I was saying, I started my collection over. So now I have 3 wide extra larges, and I have 2 wides. I don't have any more narrows. I plan on maybe purchasing 2 more narrows. I'm not a fan of the narrow, but now that I have different sizes, I think it's time for me to add narrows in my collection to stack them, because stacking a wide and an extra large is just too bulky. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and purchase narrows to, you know, stack with now. But let me just go ahead and show you guys so we could just get into it. So a couple months ago I went to the Hermès website and I saw that they had the white back in stock, because these were for some reason always out of stock. So I purchased the white, and this is the wide, and I also purchased the black in wide, as you can see. And as you see, they have scratches on it already. These, like I said, they do scratch, but I really, at this point, y'all, I don't mind. I really don't mind, because the hardware on these are so shiny that it doesn't bother me. Like, you don't really see the scratches because the hardware is very, very shiny. Now on these back parts, it comes with, I forgot to even take the plastic off this one. I realized right when I was about to record this video that the plastic was still on. You can keep the plastic on. Me personally, I'm going to take it off because I don't like the way the plastic look. It does prevents the hardware from being scratched, but I just don't like the way it looks. It gives it more of a matte than a shiny, and I love the shiny hardware. So as you can see, the white is more matte and this one is shiny. However, it is still scratched. But if you're getting these bracelets, if you're interested in purchasing them, only thing I can say is the hardware, it does scratch, and the enamel, a lot of people said that they had some chipping with the enamel. I've never experienced chipping, and I've been having, well, I started purchasing these bracelets back in 2016. I've never had any chipping. I feel like most likely the hardware would chip if you're just being horrible and just, you know, not really taking care of it or don't care. But yeah, this is the size wide, and I got the black and I got the white. Okay, so moving on to the extra wide. Now the Hermès Clic extra wide, this is how it looks. These bracelets are discontinued, so you're gonna have to purchase them pre-loved. Now, what I would say about these bracelets, for some strange reason, these scratch a little more. And I don't know if it's because they're larger, they're a little more bulky. But on the back, they scratch just a little more. But also, at the time I was wearing them on my right hand, which I am right-handed. I was doing everything with that hand. Like I said, once I switched over to the left hand, I didn't have to really worry about too much scratching. But one thing I would suggest when you're purchasing these bracelets, first of all, let me show you how to open it. It's you squeeze the bracelet together and you turn the H and it opens. Now, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. Basically, when you open this bracelet, they have this little hook in the inside. Anytime you're purchasing this bracelet pre-loved, please make sure that hook isn't chipped, it's not cracked, it's still in great condition. Because if the hook is chipped or cracked, it's not gonna, the bracelet won't stay closed. It's going to be falling off your wrist, and that's what you don't want. So be aware when purchasing it pre-loved. I purchased one from, no, I didn't purchase it. I was about to purchase one when I was in the Soho store in New York, and I tried it on, but I was, you know, just expecting, and I saw that it was chipped on the inside. So once I put it on, as soon as I did this, it popped off. It was just too worn. It didn't have scratches, it didn't have anything, but I would have been fooled because it was defective. I also got the extra large in this beautiful white with gold hardware, and I got it in red with gold hardware. Now, when purchasing, let me just show you all. When purchasing this size of a bracelet, pre-loved, because you have to get it pre-loved, me personally, I do not pay over $400 for these. When they were in production, these retail for, I believe, $9.95 before tax. But now that they're discontinued, sometimes you see them retailing for $700 and $800. I haven't seen it more than $800, but I would not pay more than $400. And I have been lucky to get all of these between the prices of $375 and like $425, which is not bad. I'm purchasing the Clic Clac wides pre-loved. By these still being in production, and they retailing for let me make sure. These bracelets retail for $690. So if you see them pre-loved in great condition, me personally, I wouldn't pay no more than $300, because $300 to $400, because they're still in production. I personally, that's why I didn't buy these pre-loved, because I was like, if I can get them from the Hermès store brand new with no scratches, I'm just gonna go ahead and get them brand new. Now, the reason I don't mind getting them pre-loved, because when you get them pre-loved, they're going to be a little scratch. And I'm at the point where I'm like, when I got these, I don't really wear these because I'm like, oh, I don't want to scratch them. I find myself wearing the extra wides more because they're already scratched, so I don't have to be as like delicate. these bracelets, they're just so like they fit my aesthetics. I love them, so that's why I've been investing more into them. A lot of you were asking, do I think it's worth it? Me personally, I do think it's worth it because I love the way it makes any outfit look. Whether I'm wearing a hoodie, I can put these on, or if I'm very dressy, I can put them on. No matter what I have on, I'm always putting these bracelets on. Now, but let's get to the narrows, because the narrows are very, very popular. Now, when it comes to the narrow is more dainty. However, it's very close in price to the wide. The narrow is $620 and the wide, I believe I say $690. Not that big of a difference. It's just about, it goes on the preference, what you like. When I started, I started off with narrows, but I love more of a statement jewelry or chunky piece, so that's why I switched over and I started purchasing the wides. Now, like I said, I'm going to add a couple more narrows into my collection because the narrow is very good for stacking. If you're a person that likes to stack, you can stack the narrow with almost anything. However, you can also stack the wide with certain things, but I wouldn't stack the wide with a lot of, like, if you a person who like to stack a lot on your arm, I would probably suggest the narrow. Now, currently on the Hermès website, you can get the narrow in black, white, pink. It have like this very nudie, oh, that's very pretty. It's like a nude. They have orange, and they also have two different prints. So they don't have a lot of different colors, but I will always suggest starting off with either a white or black. That's why I have so many white and blacks, because you can mix and match them. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, when it comes to wear and tear, I'm going to give the bracelets a 8, because I wish they didn't scratch as much, and I feel like the enamel shouldn't be chipping. But like I said, I didn't have any issues with the enamel chipping. Maybe if you're like dropping it and stuff like that, maybe it's gonna, of course, chip. Scratching, I just wish it didn't scratch as much, so I'm going to give it an 8. Now, when it comes to how you can wear these bracelets, I'm going to give it a 10, because there's nothing in my wardrobe that I can just not wear it with. Y'all, I'm literally telling you, if I have on just a regular pullover sweatshirt, I throw on the black wide, y'all, so cute. Throw on a couple rings and, you know, not doing too much, but it looks cute. And if I want to dress it up, I'll usually put on like my butterfly bracelet. I'll add like more to it, but it's just so easy to wear. And these come in so many different colors. On the website, the Hermès website, they may not have a lot of colors, but if you buy them pre-loved, they have so many colors. The colors are beautiful, they're vibrant, and I just love them. You name it, they come in that color probably. Also, they have prints. They have checkered print, they have polka dots. They have so many different styles of this bracelet, so in that area I'm going to give it a 10. But also, if you're considering purchasing a Hermès Clic Clac bracelet, it literally depends on your preference, your style, what you're going for, what you're looking for. Me personally, I do wear these on the regular almost every day if, you know, I have something to do and I want to just throw on some type of jewelry. These bracelets are definitely in my rotation of jewelry when I'm like putting on clothes. So it just all depends on your style. I know right now I've been seeing these bracelets come up like a lot more, so I was like, a lot of people have been asking me questions on, you know, should they buy it, is it worth the money? Because $690 is a lot of money for fashion jewelry. This is fashion jewelry, so when you think about it, it is a lot. But if you're going to like the Dior's and the Louis Vuittons, fashion jewelry is a little pricey. Like the Chanel's and stuff, fashion jewelry is a little pricey, but I like these. And if you are interested, I think if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, I would definitely say get them, girl, because I have never had any regrets on purchasing them. And just a little tip on reselling: when I resold the other bracelets I have, the ones I had, they were in like great condition. Like they were dang near perfect. They had a couple scratches, but they were like perfect. I had the boxes, the receipts, dust bags. I had everything that it came with, down to the ribbon. And me, anytime I buy something, I keep everything that it comes with in case I want to resell it. So when it was time for me to sell those bracelets, I maybe lost about $50 to $75 for like each bracelet. I dang near got what I paid for it back. That's why, another reason why it was so easy for me to just start a new collection, because the bracelets I sold, the resale value was still pretty high because they came in great condition. I saved the box and all of that stuff. So I would definitely say when you're purchasing your bracelets, keep the box, keep the receipt, keep the ribbon, everything that it comes with, the bag, everything, keep it, because it holds resale value. I'll give you that. So if you don't like them and you're like, you know what, this is not for me, I want to resell, I would definitely say that the resale value is pretty high. So in that area, I'm also going to say I give it a 10 on reselling. It was very easy to resell those bracelets. And even like right now with what I have on, it'll be so easy to add the black, but I like the fact that I have this green and a blue headscarf on with the black shirt. So I would literally go in with the red. Y'all, I love the red. Look how pretty that looks. It gave my what I have on a whole nother you know, element of surprise pop. Now what made me really want the red, just a little story time, I was in the Atlanta airport on a layover at Chick-fil-A, and I saw Marlo Hampton at Chick-fil-A, and she had on this bracelet, and I was just drooling. Okay, I was literally drooling, and I was like, if I ever come across that bracelet, I have to have it. It looks so pretty on her skin tone, and me and her are have like similar skin tones. So I was like, oh my god, I just love the way it look on my skin. And I'm not like a big fan of red, but for some reason I just love it. Look how it just gave what I have on a pop. I literally love it. And for those who are going to ask, this is a old Alexander McQueen scarf, and y'all know green is the color of the season. So girl, I pulled her out and I just like it. So yeah, this bracelet, girl, this is the one that I've been wearing the most with almost everything. So on a scale of 1 to 10, y'all, if we're being honest, on overall scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the Hermès Clic a 9.5. And I do recommend, if you're in a market to get it, I would definitely recommend and suggest that you get it. So if I forgot to answer anything, go ahead, comment down below, and I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. Oh no, I have one more thing to say. Please be on the lookout and be very aware where you purchase pre-loved, these bracelets pre-loved, because right now there's so many replicas of this bracelet, and some of the replicas look very, very good. If you don't have like that eye for it, and you can't spot things and be like, you know what, that's a little funny and that's a little funny, you can get fooled and you can pay dang near full price for a replica. So just be very careful. I would definitely suggest buying them from Fashion File, Hermès. Yeah, that's probably the only two places I would personally trust buying them, from the actual Hermès store or Fashion File. That's why I usually stock Fashion File, because I don't trust it nowhere else. Yeah, I had an experience with the Real that wasn't too good, so I wouldn't trust them, and I don't want to suggest just jumping out the window and going to eBay. Especially, I feel like eBay is for more seasoned people who know how to spot things and shop pre-loved that way. So, oh, you can also check Poshmark, but on Poshmark, just remember, anything you buy under $500, it will not be authenticated. Anything you buy over $500, Poshmark will authenticate it for you. So just be very, very aware of where you're buying it, who you're buying from. I will always suggest checking out with PayPal just to secure your payment, and just be careful, because the girls are getting scammed in these streets, girls, and I don't want that for my girlfriend. So yeah, like I said, if I forgot to mention anything, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you have an Hermès Clic Clac any size, comment down below, let me know. My next colors that I'm going for right now, I want an orange in the narrow, and I want a purple in the narrow with gold hardware. And then after that, I think I'm gonna just back up and chill, and maybe I'll get a nude, I don't know. After that, yeah, I'm gonna back up, sit down and chill. But that's all I have for this video, ladies. If you enjoyed it, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and come back for the next video.